The midday sun filtered through the windows of Westbrook High's bustling cafeteria. Aria, the newest arrival, moved silently through the crowded space, her lunch tray balanced carefully in her hands. She found an empty table and settled into solitude. Without warning, a thunderous collision shattered the peace. Her meal scattered across the floor as her tray was violently swept from her grasp. Chad, the school's notorious antagonist, stood above the mess, his laughter cutting through the air. "My mistake. Couldn't spot you there, you peculiar little ghost." The surrounding students erupted in cruel amusement. Aria remained motionless, her composure unshaken, her lips sealed in perfect silence. As darkness fell that evening, a truth lingered unspoken. They had mistaken her quietude for vulnerability. They saw her as insignificant, powerless. Yet they remained oblivious to a devastating reality. She possessed the ability to shatter a grown man's limb in mere moments. Earlier that morning, within the sterile confines of the principal's office, a different scene had unfolded. She was a recent transplant from a remote military installation. Her academic files remained classified beyond reach. Not even the school's administrator possessed knowledge of her complete history. Aria, 17 years of age, possessed eyes that reflected an otherworldly tranquility, her physique athletic yet deliberately understated as she completed enrollment documents, her long sleeves concealing arms marked by experience, her hands bearing the roughened texture of countless hours of training, each movement deliberate and calculated. The principal cleared his throat awkwardly. "Allow me to extend our welcome to Westbrook High, Miss Aria." She acknowledged him with a simple inclination of her head. Casual conversation held no appeal for her. Chad and his inner circle, the football elite, held dominion over the school's social hierarchy. Their presence commanded attention through volume and bravado, each one desperate to claim leadership of their pack. Chad turned to his companions with predatory confidence. "Here comes another timid little creature. We'll mold her to our liking soon enough." Their ignorance was absolute. Her sparring partners had once been United States Marines. The corridor stretched empty after the lunch period ended. Chad positioned himself to block her path. With aggressive entitlement, he seized her personal belongings. "Let's see what treasures you're hiding in here. Perhaps some weights or your secret thoughts?" Aria's expression remained unchanged, her focus unwavering. She advanced with purposeful steps. Through a single, fluid movement, she redirected his momentum and sent him crashing to the polished floor. The impact resonated through the hallway. Stunned witnesses froze in place. The laughter died instantly. Chad lay sprawled beneath her, struggling to reclaim his breath. Aria's voice carried quiet authority. "Keep your hands away from my possessions." She retrieved her bag with measured calm and continued on her way. Within the confines of the athletic facility the following day, whispers traveled like wildfire. Digital recordings and internet humor spread her legend rapidly. The silent transfer student demolished our star quarterback. Chad's self-image lay in ruins. The situation grew more complex when his father's position as chairman of the educational board entered the equation, a man unaccustomed to defeat. As night settled over Chad's family residence, vengeance took shape in hushed planning. Chad gathered his loyal followers around him. "We'll ensure her expulsion from this institution. The solution is straightforward." 24 hours later, they orchestrated a deceptive scenario and filed official complaints against her. Aria received her summons to appear. The principal, faculty members, and student body assembled for the proceedings. Chad entered with theatrical dramatics, exaggerating his supposed injuries. She represents a clear danger to student safety. Her assault was unprovoked and vicious. Aria maintained her characteristic silence until technology revealed the truth. The security surveillance captured every moment of the encounter. The footage demonstrated conclusively that Aria had never initiated aggression. Her response had been purely defensive, legally justified and remarkably controlled. Shocked murmurs filled the assembly. A figure in military dress then entered the proceedings. Colonel Reynolds, her appointed guardian, commanded immediate respect through his bearing alone. His credentials in military intelligence preceded his introduction. Let the record reflect that Aria achieved her black belt certification at 14 years of age. She currently serves as an instructor for special operations personnel in close-quarters combat techniques. The principal's face reflected his astonishment. "Are you indicating that she holds professional?" The colonel confirmed with a measured nod. Furthermore, her restraint in this situation was exemplary. Had her intention been to inflict genuine harm upon your student, his current mobility would be impossible. Chad seemed to shrink within his seat under the weight of this revelation. When classes resumed the following morning, the football players created space as Aria moved through the hallways. Several offered respectful acknowledgement of her presence. From the gymnasium bleachers, an enthusiastic student rushed to intercept her path. "You become my inspiration. Would you consider sharing your knowledge with me?" For the first time since her arrival, Aria's features softened into a genuine smile. The newly established women's self-defense program flourished under Aria's guidance. Her instruction combined confidence with composure, drawing participation from students and faculty alike. The entire educational environment transformed in response to her influence. True strength often achieves its greatest impact through measured silence rather than boastful declaration. For those who have faced underestimation, for those whose quiet nature has been mistaken for weakness, let your capabilities provide their own testimony.